So what is money?
Oh, another one from him.
Technological advancement of commerce. 4,000 years ago, you owned a beautiful plot of land with great, beautiful olive trees, and I owned 50, maybe 70 cows. And I saw that plot of land. I said, you know what? I want that plot of land. You already have cows, actually, so you don't need the cows that I have, so we can't actually transact. So I have to go sell my cows for some pigeons because you want the pigeons. Now I come back, I bring you the pigeons. One of them dies, so I have to go back and get another pigeon. And then finally I get the plot of land. So the problem was with the bartering system, there was no ability to scale, no ability to build monopolies, because there was no ability to sustain wealth, and there's no what? Medium of exchange that we both agreed upon. We introduced the next form of bartering, the next form of commerce, coinage. Coinage is a technological revolution. It was the first time that we all agreed upon what was something and what was the store of value.
So I'm going to be really annoying here. I'm going to put on my actually glasses. The idea that societies originally operated off of barter actually came from Adam Smith, his book, A Wealth of Nations, which is viewed by many as kind of being the first modern economics book on the topic. And in this book, he basically makes the assertion that thousands of years ago, societies had to barter to trade. You know, if you had your cows and you wanted sheep, you had to find someone who also had sheep and wanted your cows. And it was a very inefficient system, so people invented money. That's kind of how the narrative goes. The thing is, it's not true. We don't actually have any evidence of societies operating off of barter. There are instances of barter occurring, but it was never the main form of trade for a given community or settlement. What we do have evidence of are credit-based economies where people would trade based on credit owed to one another. And if you're wondering what that means, take this example. Imagine that you're at a party with some good friends of yours and you're feeling pretty hungry. You see your good friend Jimmy, he's ordering some takeout. So you say, Jimmy, would you mind adding a pad thai to your order? I'll owe you one. And Jimmy, knowing that you're good on your word, that you're trustworthy, he agrees, and he now has an IOU from you. If you're truly a credit-worthy borrower, that IOU is effectively money now, right? Jimmy could go and pay another friend for something with that IOU, get a slice of pizza at a party or whatever, and say, oh, okay, Jimmy will now pay you back what he owes me. Now, it's a crude example, but gives you an idea of how communities were more likely to have operated than the barter system, because you also have to consider these people in these communities were much more tight-knit than we might consider ourselves today in a country or as a community, because they relied upon one another. So those IOUs were a lot more important and more tangible. And so you likely had the person with the cow give the cow to the neighbor, knowing that eventually they'll either be paid back something of equal value or that they can pass that IOU on to someone else as a form of currency. And we have evidence of this as far back as, I believe, Mesopotamia, which is a 4000 BC civilization. I think one of the earliest civilizations we have evidence of, which I believe they used clay tablets or something of the sort to represent these IOUs. So yeah, really roundabout long way of saying that barter never really existed. There's often this narrative that money's had this linear progression. That's not really the case. It's fluctuated quite a bit over time. And credit-based systems have existed quite a long time and are quite similar to the current system we have today of fiat currency, where instead we're now using government IOUs as the basis of our money. Anyway, hopefully you found that interesting.